Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Grab a seat, grab a tea, get extra comfy. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Yuki Boobuki, princess of all things spooky and ooky, but the only thing scary about me is you're flat. Ah. I have decided that I'm going to try something a little new. This is my live 2D model. Isn't she cute? Isn't she pretty? Pretty. We used the 3D one because we debuted the cute little main outfit, and then as you guys have seen in a billion different videos, I have 500 billion outfits. So, I'm gonna see if you guys like flat better, or if you like the 3D better. Comment down below. Today, we are watching every single Warhammer 40k faction re-explained part 1, Necrons. The video from before was the introduction, the timeline, the summary of whatever. Whole thing. All of it. Today, because I told you guys we were breaking these into parts, there'll probably be like 16 parts. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Keep it short. Watch the Necrons. So, if you are new, like, favorite, subscribe, leave your favorite Warhammer faction down below. Tell me which one you're most excited for. And tell me why it's orcs. Everybody should love orcs. We're about to have Orc Crash Out Part 2. But yeah, let's get right into the video.
So, we need to begin in chronological order, discussing their origins, their culture, their powers, and of course, what makes them oh so grimdark. So let's begin with the group that started it all and sing praise to the infinite empire.
The Necrons! I hope you guys are so excited.
As mentioned before, the Necrons here were the original form of the Necrons, an alien race far away from us that lived short, painful lives due to the irradiation of their star. Normally, this would manifest.
Wait, I have a question. And that's a very funny face, Bricky. So, I guess technically he said that we were canon in 40k lore. So, by that logic, does that mean, like, what if right now there is aliens in outer space and, like, these ones are suffering from radioactive radiation poisoning of death and suffering? Like, is that what we're saying? Like, here we is? Or is this taking place in the future and, like, our great-great-grand pappies, grand babies of grand uncles, cousin, sisters, brother, cousin, kids are dealing with this? Or how is the timeline? Because I know he said that we're canon, but yes. Feel free to fill in the blank down below if my sentence made any sense to you.
Is like a sort of cancer, a space cancer of sorts. The Necrons are very much inspired by the ancient Egyptian aesthetic, but unlike the windswept dunes commonly associated with it, the irradiated hellscape the Necrons here endured was far from picturesque. This also translates into their hierarchy. They are a race of nobles and peasants. Most of the peasants would often live for their very short amount of time, only a couple of decades, while the nobles tended to have better care and would live a little bit longer, but still far less than the average lifespan of a human, even today in the 21st century. The leader of the Necrons was Zarek, the Silent King. He was the one who took the deal with the Catan and the Deceiver. Of course, he wasn't aware of the fact.
Now, when they say Silent King, was he silent in, like, the literal sense, or is it, like, a figurative, like, is, like, because they're like, oh, he took a deal, but, like, does he use words? Did he use sign language? How silent is silent? What makes you silent?
They were known as the Deceiver at the time, but the whole species was blinded by hate after being debased by the Old Ones on their quest to cure their illness. The sheer pain that underwent the Necron race can't be understated, as their fear was manic. The Catan are, of course, gods that eat stars, and when the leader of your species tells you to march into the gigantic green furnaces to ascend to immortality, you march. The scenes from these are long lines of both the peasantry and nobles clutching their loved ones in a frantic act to save their own lives. Many of them already inflicted in the late stages of this space cancer, some of them crawling into the biotransference furnaces, trying to outrace death itself, without realizing death was the one who made these to begin with. What came out the other side was a soulless husk. And I say that literally. A soul is not an abstract concept like it is in our world, an immaterial version of oneself discussed and debated in religion and philosophy. No, in Warhammer, a soul is a real, tangible item of oneself. And the Catan basically...
He'll probably explain it. But did that guy slurp up all the souls? Like, they're like, go into the furnace, and he's got like a big boba tea straw, and he's like, that's real good. Like, and all of that. Because that would be crazy. Absolutely bonkers.
Were just like, to every single person who went in their furnaces.
Oh, he
if
did.
You were
nom,
a
nom, nom.
peasant, you came out a Necron warrior, and you as an individual have ceased to be. You have no mind, you have no soul, and your body, as you know it, is made of an extremely advanced mass of re-knitting living metal known as necrodermis. You cannot think for yourself, for you do not have a brain to think with. All you do now is await protocols from your overlords, which are the nobles who came out of the furnaces with their minds intact, not their souls, mind you, but their minds are very much intact. These nobles now have command protocols, and they are able to command all of their peasantry and do with them whatever they wish. 𝎟ᓚ, the Silent King, is the most advanced of all the Necrons, a perfect metallic version of himself with incredible power and intelligence. His strength allowed him to lead the undead and the unthinking armies of the Necrons to battle against the Catan when they were at their weakest due to their incessant infighting, and then win back their freedom. But gods cannot die. So in reality, what occurred is the Catan were shattered into thousands of pieces, and each shard of their god...
They didn't, but it would be funny if the Necrons had nommed back. Okay, they can't die. They shattered into these little rock candy pieces, and you just nom 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 back. Like, would it... I don't think it would get anybody's soul back, but it would be funny.
Was trapped in a stasis vault and mind controlled to do the bidding of the Necrons they once enslaved. The biggest challenge they face now are actually the upstarts of the galaxy. The Eldar and the Orcs were quite prominent, and as you can imagine, a galactic war really takes its toll on the joints, or I guess the servos. It was in their best interest to wait out the galactic rise of the other races and come back at a more opportune time. So they went into stasis via these massive tomb complexes hidden beneath various worlds, biding their time until it was once again their opportunity to rule the galaxy. 𝎟ᓚ, the Silent King, as penance for his failure to his people, exiled himself into the darkness between stars for the next 60 million years, with his perfect memory a constant reminder of the doom he inflicted upon his people.
Speaking of perfect memory, I just did like a whole react thing to Project Moon, the bottoming company, Segway, robots with perfect memory, me like, guys, please like the other video.
Forward to the modern day, and the Necrons are reawakening.
I do hope that video does good.
It isn't working as well as it could be. Whether the tomb world is reawakened naturally or by some imperial moron stepping on a green glowing rock, the Necrons have come back to reclaim a galaxy they consider rightly theirs. But 60 million years of hypersleep have taken their toll. Many Necron dynasties awake with systems unrestored and huge swaths of their population's minds completely lost. Necron nobles wake with various mental faculties compromised, sometimes exhibiting traits similar to excessive paranoia, schizophrenia, or even dementia. One notable Necron, 𝎟ᓟ��, believes that he is still back on his home planet fighting off separatists and interlopers. See, Oberyn, the separatists come, attempting to outflank me as they did at the 4th Battle of Vindach. How they calculate that daubing themselves green and roaring like savages will produce a different outcome, I cannot fathom. But it is of no account. Ready, my legions. Another glorious victory shall soon be ours. Other individuals, such as the esteemed Imhotep the Stormlord, seek to usurp the newly returned Silent King for rightful ruler over the Necron race, believing his time has come to an end, while scientists and archaeologists like Trazen the Infinite and Orikin the Diviner spend thousands of years bickering over artifacts and petty squabbles. Truly, the Necrons are a faction of unthinkable, unimaginable power, held back
apparently too much free time
by their own hubris and 60 million years of stasis. It is a species that does not know of time, only of the ravages brought by it. A pharaoh of a dynasty may just be as frightened to awake completely mad as they are to be assassinated while they sleep. Thousands of years pass in an instant. There is a play, like an opera play, a retelling of the war in heaven.
What is that strange ticking noise? Okay, sorry.
In the Necron culture that takes 40 years to witness, because why leave? You have no need to eat or vacate your bowels. You are immortal, but you are soulless. Despite the Necrons' incredible technology, their mastery over time, reality itself, despite all of this, they still are missing a soul. And therein lies the biggest struggle. Most Necrons look to conquest the galaxy, kill the interlopers like the humans, Eldar, and orcs that scrape at a fraction of their power. But the end goal for many, including Zarek himself, is to return the souls to their bodies, to undo the horrible fate he cast upon them. This is not the interest of all. Many simply wish to rule their dynasty with an iron fist and kill all they consider unworthy. But to many others, it is to undo the decision that doomed them all. Before they can do that, there is a pest that needs exterminating. That is the fundamental understanding of the Necrons. They are so hyper advanced that their science borders on magic. They play with the fundamental aspects of reality and time. Their mastery of the physical galaxy is...
I will have to ask, what makes Adeptus Mechanicus seem cooler than an army of very smart, science-y robots to Fox Husband? Because I feel like this is also the same level of the weakness of my flesh disgusts me because I had space radiation cancer. So I know they didn't do it willingly. And I don't know necessarily, because the way that it is phrased, they would undo the robo part. They just want to feel something. But if a higher power ate your soul, is there even a soul to get back? Because, like, if you eat a piece of bread, you can't get that piece of bread back. It processed and it's gone. Like, unless it doesn't work like that and, like, the souls are still sitting in that guy's belly or something. I don't think so, but that'd be wild.
The strongest in the universe. Their weapons reduce people to the barest molecules, and they have devices capable of causing stars to supernova. They are unfathomably difficult to kill, as if you do fell one of their number, the living metal reknits itself, and the reanimation protocols allow it to come back alive once again. They're masters of teleportation, and often killing a Necron fully will just have its consciousness translocated back to their tomb world to await reassembly. Normally, they utilize large phalanxes of warriors and honorary combats, but some of them have fallen to various mind viruses. The destroyer cults are hell-bent on killing anything and everyone that lives with an overwhelming force. And then there's the flayed ones, Necrons cursed with "I have no mouth and I must scream."
Is that skin? My friends, is that skin? Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
A panic attack virus as the last laugh of Landogo, the Flayer Catan. Slowly losing their minds, they strip apart their foes and adorn their bodies with the skin of their enemies, trying to better return to their old feelings of flesh and blood. The Necrons are a degraded version of their
Is that a
mighty
space
empire,
marine?
still one of the
What's happening to you, Space Marine? What do you mean? That dude's getting annihilated. That's crazy. So, what do you do if everybody is strong in something? How does counter? Yuki, that's a heretical question. You can't say that. The Imperium is the strongest. I don't think so. I don't think the Imperium is the strongest. How do you fix intelligent robo-skeletons with whatever the heck it looks like a laser beam axe gun from nuking everybody?
The biggest threats in the galaxy. The only thing keeping them at bay currently is their awakening sickness and their infighting with no care to the timeline. But they are coming. And slowly, they plan to rid this galaxy of the vermin that inhabit it. My people shackled the stars and broke mortality when the species you sprang from had barely left the slime pools it spawned in. Our wars burned reality, and the dominion of our kings is without limit. The ground you tread on is not yours. It is ours. The war in heaven was a catastrophic time for the galaxy, and as stated in the above quote, burned reality. Of course, souls exist in Warhammer, and in the case of the Necrons here, they were consumed by the star gods. This begs the question, however, if you were to pass on, expire, as one might put it, where would your soul go? The answer to this is the warp. In Warhammer, a soul is real. And so is hell. The afterlife, the Empyrean, the Sea of Souls, the Immaterium. All of these names refer to the dimension parallel to our own known as the warp. Now, the warp is not like our reality. It does not follow the classic normalcy of time and space. It is defined as the Sea of Souls, and it acts like this in a more literal way than you can realize. To imagine the warp is to imagine the sea itself. Hell is real, and you can surf on it. It has a current and can become more dangerous depending on where you go and how bad the weather is. As the Immaterium is a reflection of our reality and of our souls, all thoughts, all emotions, all feeling that goes with a soul is passed on into the warp. If an entire planet decides it's going to engage in a blood-fueled rampage of murder and gore, then the warp around that planet will be affected in a similar manner. It's not something you can see. It is a parallel, not perpendicular dimension. But it is changing. To expose oneself to the warp for any period of time invites certain death outside of the most iron-willed of individuals, and to stare into it will drive one mad.
So very recently, I beat Space Marines 2. I have not played Space Marines 1. I do plan on it. I still have to beat Bolt Gun. I'm very sorry, it took a very long time. But anyways, very recently, I played Space Marines 2. Spoiler warning, though I think that if you were here, you probably know the lore. Think you guys seen this a lot. One of the things that tripped me out is that there was this like cursed chaos object that this dude was like mooching power off of. I can't remember his name because it was really weird. Whoever the villain is. And Titus touches it. And Fox husband and Grinny brother were telling me that the like chaplain low-key hates us because it was like the second or third time, don't quote me, that you have touched that object and have not been like affected by chaos. But like it's like a huge thing. But I guess his mental fortitude be like on maximum cranked. Right? Like, I don't know what makes him different than other Space Marines, but, like, it is crazy that you'd be like, I touched that cursed object, and now I am a psychopath. Now I'm crazy Mick losing it. I do think that he is going to switch over to chaos in a second, so we will wrap this up. Hey, 20 minutes. Hey, we stayed within the goal.
Much like the open seas, things dwell in the
Also
warp.
like the
Whether
style
these
of the
beings
space
were
boat.
always there and were just emboldened by the carnage of the galaxy, we can only speculate at. At a time, you could say it was more calm, but a certain faction's galactic war in heaven didn't do any favors. Now the warp is turbulent, and its realms belong to
How
a
could you,
pantheon of
Necrons?
gods known simply as
And that's where we are going to end. So that was Warhammer, every single 40k faction re-explained, Necrons. The next video that you will see will be about chaos, which apparently is the Necrons' fault. Sounds about right. They did a lot of stuff. If you are new here and you have never met me, I am Yuki Boobuki, princess of all things spooky and ooky, and I stream on Twitch. I am also a YouTube partner here. I stream every day. I want to say Sunday and Tuesdays, and then Fox husband's work schedule got changed. So, like, his days off now are Wednesday and Saturday. So, I will puzzle piece that around. 6 p.m. CST. Just join the Discord. I post it there. And we'll move around the YouTube streams as we see fit. Join the Discord. I post schedules. I post on Twitter. All that fun stuff. It's great. It's awesome. It's cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. If you're on mobile, please hype the video. We are trying to get YouTube partner tier 2. We are 400 watch hours away, which is not that much. If you guys like the video, please leave a comment. I will be replying to you guys. I will yap at you guys. It'll be so great. It'll be so awesome. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Bookie bookie boo. Bye.